about something.
Eeyore.
I don't know what it is.
Eeyore.
Hmm.
Oh well. It's no big deal.
No big deal here.
No big deal, guys.
Are they going to be able to hear me typing around?
Yes.
You can hear all the typings. Do, 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 do. We got to get that theme song queued up.
Do.
Oh, shit. We live, pal.
We are live.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we're here. It's okay. Hi, people. This is Sunday, December 2nd.
Sunday.
Yes. And Saturday.
What do you mean it's Sunday and Saturday?
Oh, that's what they usually say. Sunday is here. Sunday, and Saturday. We are doing the thingy thing.
We are indeed doing the thingy thing.
Yes, we are.
I found a new link for our song.
Ooh. Is it?
Oh, that's how it's dangerous.
I don't know. I don't think. I don't think.
That
It's,
sucked.
I don't think it's for the listeners though. I don't think that's issues for the listener.
No, that was fucked up.
I think.
I'm not feeling that shit.
Okay.
I'm going back to the original.
We start it over again.
The original.
I think it's just our headphones.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty positive.
No, that was fucked up.
I don't see.
There's nothing wrong with my headphones.
No, but there's something wrong with this. See, that's the issue. Because this thing, there's nothing wrong with this. The actual headphone input here. The actual headphone thing works fine in my other mixer.
That was fucking upsetting me, dog.
See how it sounds right now?
I've never been more upset in my life.
Do you hear it sound weird for you right now?
No.
Oh, okay. So then it's just this thing. It's just this thing. As I tap it, it fucks up.
Does it?
It fucks up my headphones.
I'm not so sure. I think there was some evil afoot. That's what I think.
Oh, it is Sunday.
What are we at? 122 now?
122.
That's so hot.
One.
That's so hot right now.
22. Shout out to the one person watching this at 12 on a Sunday.
Aw. Thanks for coming out.
There you go.
This is the real version. Don't turn it up yet.
Are you gonna fade in?
There. It's at a reasonable volume now. Now you can decide whatever you want.
Boom.
Episode 122!
Yes. Hey.
See, if the music's at a reasonable volume, then I'll just pick it up to an unreasonable volume with my voice.
You will.
Because that's how I feel today. Dude,
Feeling reasonable?
I had such a strange day.
Yeah.
You could argue that I've already had a day. This is day 2 of day 1.
Day 2 of day 1. Part 2 of 1.
This is part 2. It's because I had a strange sleeping pattern. Lots of things going on. Couldn't sleep. Then I overslept. It was weird.
Oh.
Tyson Fury fought.
Yeah.
Mark Hunt kind of fought.
Yeah.
There's lots to talk about. And we'll get to it.
A dude almost died last night too.
What are you talking about?
Dude's in critical condition because during that fight card, not for UFC but for the Deontay Tyson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't see any of that. So we can discuss that too. And now, guys, without any further ado, let's start the fucking show. Episode 122. Anthony's behind the switches, and your boy is with you. Let us begin. So, Anthony, before we talk about the events of the evening last night, let's allow me to roll up a number
So numero
and discuss what was my evening and morning.
Okay.
So last night,
Yeah.
if you were to guess what time I went to bed, what time would you guess?
I'm gonna go safe and say 12.
That's a reasonable time to go to sleep, Anthony.
I wouldn't say it's reasonable. It's a reasonable time for you to go to sleep.
You don't think midnight is reasonable?
Not for most people.
It should be
no.
earlier?
It should be, a lot of people sleep earlier.
Fuck that shit.
See,
That's crazy.
There you go. See, there you go.
I was asleep by 8 p.m.
Oh.
Like, dead to the world.
What time?
Asleep.
What time did you wake up?
2:30
2:30.
in the morning.
God damn it.
And that's just an awkward time to be awake. Like, if I woke up at 4, right?
Yeah.
Say I wake up at 4, that's almost the time I wake up to go lift during the week. Because weightlifting starts at 6:15,
Yeah.
and I like to try to be awake 2 hours before I do anything important.
He wants to feel alive.
Exactly.
Alive!
I don't want to be waking up while I'm picking up heavy shit.
He says I don't want to be doing shit.
So I'm like, okay, I'll just watch something cool and lay down and go back to bed. So I put on a few videos, and of course I checked on the events of the evening, like
Yes.
the Tyson Fury fight,
Yes.
the Mark Hunt fight,
Yes,
and
yes.
the JDS fight.
Yes.
And by the time I look up, It's like 5 a.m. I'm supposed to lift at 9. And I start getting nervous about going back to sleep. Because I'm like, man, if you go to sleep and then you end up late for lifting or you miss it, I'll be really mad at me. Like, really, really angry. I don't like fucking up like that and taking time away from people's families. They're waiting on me and shit. And then, like, I don't show up. Like, that, what's really funny is that didn't used to bother me in any way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be like, well, you know, everybody makes their choices, and they chose to wait for me. Like, I would think all that dumb shit. This is, like, years ago. For real.
Jesus.
Yeah. Like, there's an aspect of me that is so fucking awfully self-centered. And then, like, when I realized that that was, like, utter evil, I started fixing it, you know?
Yeah.
Now I value everybody's time. I didn't used to. I would be like, I'm gracing you with my presence. Like, I didn't say it like that.
But that's how you thought of it.
I didn't even know that I thought of it that way. But, like, I know that was the impression that other people got. And so that's what I was thinking. It must have been.
Gotcha.
Like, so once I fixed that, I started showing up for shit. So I get really frustrated if I'm late. I get really mad. So I was like, all right, make sure you're not late. So finally, after watching Steve Rinella track and kill a mountain lion a few times and watch them eat the mountain lion, which I now really want to eat, I finally get to sleep. And I wake up when I was supposed to wake up. When my alarm went off, I got up. You would think that things are going to start to go right then. That's not what happened, Anthony.
Oh.
Things started going even more wrong.
Oh, no.
So I get dressed.
Yes. Clothes
And I get
first.
a text from my weightlifting coach. And he's like, yo, can you bring the TheraBand, which looks like a big ribbed dildo? That's what it looks like. I need to work on my forearms. And I'm like, yeah, for sure, dog. I got the TheraBand. It's already in the whip.
Was it in the whip?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
But
No.
I couldn't find my fucking car keys. So I was 15 minutes late.
Ooh.
Now, of course, my trainer
He's a nice guy.
is a nice guy. And he was planning on being there until it was time for jiu-jitsu class anyway. And so I didn't really take too much of his time, but I was still fucking mad about it. And so I also realized, though, that if I get there and I'm all pissy and mad, that doesn't actually serve his time any better. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So when I hop into the car, finally, I was like, yo, you got to change your mindset, like, right now. Normally, that's what weed's for. But I didn't have any. So I had to use the other thing that's really good for that. And what do you think that is?
Well, there's a few options I have. I could go with choice A is music. Choice
Correct.
B is your dad.
My dad?
Your dad.
Oh, you mean Jordan Peterson?
Yeah, your dad. Choice C is porn. So
Whoa,
I'm just saying.
sir.
Just saying. Changes your mood. Can't
All
be.
right, that's more accurate than I think I want people to know right now. Look, man, a couple orgasms and you feel better about life.
See? Just saying.
But no, I didn't have time for that.
Yes.
I would have wasted even more time.
There you go. Exactly my point. So
So music it was. And not just listening to music, but singing. Singing resets my mood. And so now, I don't think people would believe what I was singing.
I couldn't guess it.
So there's an album that's just like close to my heart. The album is Court and Spark by Joni Mitchell. And so I was singing Help Me and Free Man in Paris and the title track like a couple of times each as I was driving. And by the time I got to training, I was ready to bench. And I don't know if everybody can do that. I don't know if everybody can be like, oh, I know what I need. I need an awkward white folk singer. That's going to get me ready to pick up heavy shit. Dudes listen to metal and shit. Dudes listen to hard rap. They're like, yeah, go to lift. And I'm like, help me, I think I'm falling. But I think it's really hard. Even though some of the songs have really depressing lyrics.
yeah.
It's hard for me to sing and stay in a truly bad mood. It cleanses me a bit. So that's what I was on today.
Singing some awkward white guy stuff.
Oh, no, it's awkward white girl stuff.
Oh, white girl stuff. I apologize.
Oh, yeah. So you don't know Joni Mitchell.
Of course not. I don't know anything about anything. I don't pretend like
All right, there's 2 essential records. And by records, I really mean albums. There's lots of essential records. But I would say Joni Mitchell Blue. Nigga. Joni Mitchell Blue and Court and Spark. Those are, and then For the Roses. Those 3 albums. You listen to those 3 albums, you would have a really good idea of who she is, like as an artist. And that's not a waste of time at all. Like, you would definitely benefit from listening to at least half of each album. Just saying. So.
Yes.
That pretty much brings us up to date.
Yes.
But then I got mad again.
Why is that?
On the way home.
Why is that?
Because my car
is sounding exactly how Darren sounds.
Yeah. My car is literally doing what my lungs just did.
Yeah.
And it's just frustrating. It's frustrating. Like it's an aspect of poverty that I'm not really enjoying, is having a shitty car.
Yeah.
But like I try to use outside sources for motivation when I feel like I'm at a loss.
Mm-hmm.
Is this turned down so I can pull this out?
Yes.
And
it's not even plugged in, so you're good.
Good. And so like there's a moment where Connor is talking to Ariel Helwani about his come up and having to borrow his girlfriend's car and drive it. And he's like, we don't have these cars in America, but it's called a Peugeot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very similar to my car. It's a tiny little sedan, you know? And he's like, and it used to fucking shake down the road. And he's like, but when I was driving that car, I would imagine that I was in a fucking drop top Lambo, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't imagine a Lambo because I don't want one. But whenever my car is giving me trouble, I like take a deep breath and make sure that I'm not in any actual danger first, right? And once I know that I'm going to be fine and that the car is going to get to my destination, I start to imagine that it's different cars. I imagine that it's a WRX. I imagine that it's the Dodge Omni that I want, the Shelby version. I imagine that it's a Bentley. I imagine that it's a Mercedes. I just imagine that like the ride is smoother and I'm enjoying it more than I really am. And then I keep enough of my cool that I don't get into that real close to rage lash out phase. You know what I'm saying?
That red.
Because sometimes like when you're already in the red and somebody steps a hair out of line, that's when you do some stupid shit or say some stupid shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't like interacting with people like that. Like there was a person who I could have snapped on, right? When I stopped to get squares and shells.
Yeah.
I could have snapped on this dude, but he's totally a nice guy. There's nothing wrong with what he did or said. It was just
an infraction.
It was way extra, and yeah, he imposed upon me a little bit, and I thought about headbutting him, like, but I knew how wrong that was, and I know that I'm not gonna do that. Like every time I think of something really, really awful, I just picture kids class. Yeah. I picture having to tell the kids I can't come to class, or I'm gonna be in court for assault. Yes. I picture myself being like, oh, I have to go to jail for vehicular homicide because I ran over this person. Like, I can't do the negative shit that comes into my mind to do because I can't explain that to my homeboy's kids.
Yeah. Like, why weren't you here today, kid? Darren? No.
Well, where was Professor?
He's in
jail.
He's in jail. What's jail? Jail's a place you don't want to go if you do bad things.
You know? Oh, so he did bad things? Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So kids class is keeping a lot of you motherfuckers safe. Let's keep it real.
When that moment does happen, I can see you instantly talking your way out of that situation somehow.
What do you mean?
Like when that line just does get crossed, I can see
it's not gonna get crossed.
It's like I can see yourself talking your way out of that situation somehow.
You mean not going to jail?
Yeah, it's just like like he fell, some shit.
Like I fell over and over again. I was helping him up, and then he fell again.
Yeah,
then I picked him back up. He fell again.
If you watch the videotape, you can clearly see me leaning into him, trying to keep him steady.
That's when our heads collided.
Yeah.
But in combat sports, that's known as an accidental colliding of heads.
Yeah.
So I don't think we should take a point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So.
Nor should we take a kid into custody.
So, sir, would you like some free private lessons? Thank you very much. Have a good day.
It's like, so what do you do for hand-to-hand combat? Yeah, he is quite bigger than me. You're right.
Yeah.
I don't know how he got on the ground there, but that's a good observation. He's significantly larger than I am.
So would you like some private lessons, sir? I work well with a lot of
private
officers.
lessons are not bribery.
They're not. Just private lessons.
It's just my time.
Yeah.
I can't bribe you with my time. That's
exactly.
weird.
Exactly. So I'll spend more time with you, a stranger that I don't know.
No. We don't even want to have to talk our way out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, but I'm just saying.
You just want to act right. Why can't you just act right, Darren? Just act right, you fuck.
It's hard. It's a hard thing to do. Speaking of hard things to do, apparently what you're into and what the whole genre of things that you like is called struggle porn.
Whoa. What are you talking about?
Like Jordan Peterson and like Dan Pena, all that stuff is like struggle porn. And like Gary V.
There's food porn?
Yeah, Gary V.
See, I was like, wait a second, bro. like, are you implying that I like these like rape fantasy videos?
No,
Because
no.
that's what struggle porn to me sounds like rape fantasy.
No, they call like Gary. The person who wrote the article specifically said at Gary V, not Gary Vaynerchuk, because he may be like Gary Vaynerchuk may be a cool guy, but at Gary V is kind of like struggle porn, where people have to like pretend like they're working hard, or not pretend like working hard, but work hard, struggle, then talk about the work hard and struggle, and then it may not necessarily be going in the right direction just because somebody told you to do that thing and you just don't know better.
Yeah, I do like struggle porn.
Yeah.
And I like struggle porn.
There you go. Just wanted to bring it up there. I
Guilty of all counts.
I didn't know how you felt about the idea of calling it struggle porn.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Because I think there's a more accurate way to say it. But yes,
Yeah.
it does apply.
It does apply, but like it's not necessarily healthy for everybody to do the struggle.
Like Jocko,
Yeah.
David Goggins. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I fuck with struggle porn,
Yeah.
if that's what it's called.
It's called struggle porn. Well, that's what some people call it. I don't know.
I mean, there's got to be a better way to put it, though.
I think that's purposely like I said. I think is they're saying it in demeaning ways. They're trying to say that there's some negative aspects of being into those videos.
It would almost be like, it's like motivation porn.
There you go.
It's just more accurate.
Yeah.
But yeah. And like, look, people that look down on that shit are either losers or they were raised well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like either they can't hear that shit because it reminds them of what a fucking loser they are, or they had good fucking parents. So like, if you are held to a standard, you don't understand why I live the way I've lived my entire life. Like, you don't understand it.
You're an anomaly to some people.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, you don't understand how hard it is for me to clean my room sometimes. You don't understand how hard it is to do the right thing. It's super fucking hard for me. Now, is that good? Is that something to brag about? No. It doesn't sound fucking cool. Because if you're a normal human being, it's something you just do. So yeah, I understand. Like one of my best friends like fucking hates JP.
Yeah.
You know? And like, I get it. But you don't need JP. You're a father and a lawyer and shit. You're good.
Yeah.
You good, dog. Like, of course, everybody has something, right? We all go to therapy. We all try to improve ourselves. We go to the gym, whatever. But like basic qualities of being a human being and an adult, you got that. It wasn't that no one tried to impart those lessons. Is that when those lessons were being imparted, I didn't listen. And they were never reinforced at home, frankly. And so I am where I am. And I have to do what I have to do. And that struggle porn shit helps keep me on task when I drift. So like, I find though that I spend less and less of my time consuming that content.
Yeah. I like as life progresses.
Because I'm doing better.
Yeah.
But like when I have a really fucking bad day, like I had a bad week. I let my room go for a while. Like I just redid all my laundry and just redid my closet and shit because I let shit slide for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And like this morning, since everything was in shambles, I actually kind of wrecked my room looking for my keys. So I'm going to have to re-clean my room.
Yeah.
But whatever. But yeah, like I put my shit back together. Actually, when he was on the fucking Joe Rogan podcast, I was in my room and I had let it go for like a week. For like a week, I was soft on myself. and I couldn't watch the podcast. I couldn't watch him and Rogan talk and see my room in my peripheral vision. It was pissing me off.
Yeah.
I was like, you're a fucking hypocrite. You're a fucking piece of shit. Get up and clean your shit. And so then I cleaned my whole room and redid my closet and everything.
And now he's a better man for it.
But yeah, some people don't need that. And like, I'm happy for you. But like, don't look down on other people. You can look down on me because I can take it. But like, if one of your homies is like, hey man, this is really helping me, don't say some fucking negative shit about it.
Oh, it's a scam.
It's like, okay, would you say negative shit about AA if one of your friends was an alcoholic and was seeking help? Are there negative things about AA?
Sure.
Of course there are. There are people involved. Therefore, some of it's going to be fucked up some of the time.
But
if your friend is using something to try to make their life better that isn't drugs or fucking like dangerous activity,
yeah,
then you should encourage it. And then if you think there's some pitfalls, keep your eye open for those. Be their homie like that. Don't discourage them in any way. But again, feel free to discourage me. Like, be like, oh, fucking Jocko Willink, you listen to that? That helps you? What the fuck? Like, that guy killed people. You know, whatever negative thing you want to say, however you want to put it. Like, you can come at me with that shit. But like, the friend that you're talking that shit to and trying to tell them like, oh, you fucking watch struggle porn, they might be weak enough to let that derail them from the little bit of courage that they got to try to get better. And now here you are keeping them in the fucking bucket like the crab you are. Don't be a cunt about it. Like, don't be a cunt about it.
Boom, boom, boom. Have your opinions.
Or I'll come visit you, dog.
Yeah.
And kick you in the dick. And we'll see you struggle. We'll see you struggle back to your feet after I kick you in the balls.
Darren fits every symptom of that article except for the fact that it's actually things are getting better.
What do you mean?
It's like I post about it online a lot, which is good. There's nothing wrong with it. I get the reasoning.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, no, I get the reasoning behind it. Like I'm not judging you, but I'm just
you're smiling and enjoy it. So tell me all the lame things that I do. This is perfect. Let's talk about how lame struggle porn is and how lame I am.
So it's like a repetitive thing that you hear every day from that person.
Okay.
And then you see it everywhere. Those are the two things. And then, but like the third thing was like, but usually they're like still suffering, but they're like, oh, I must be doing something. I must be doing well because I'm working hard, and I'm struggling. So that's why I know I'm doing good things. And so like, that's where it gets kind of blurry for you, because you're not like you're struggling and you're working hard, but you're also improving your life at the same time. Like there's improvements outside of like just your work ethic and your attitude. Like things are changing for you in all their avenues of your life. And because of that, like you don't fit the mold of why struggle porn doesn't work for some people because.
That's what the article's about?
Well, no, it's like how struggle porn is disgusting and gross. But like they're like they're the symptoms of knowing like these recognizing somebody who watches struggle porn and who lives it, but lives in like this weird life where they don't really see themselves as progressing. They just see themselves as struggling, so that's progression. Does that make sense?
Yes. Well, sometimes struggling is progression.
Right. But like but then you don't have the ability to quit because you think the struggle is that you should just keep going even though you're in the hole. Like even though like all right, like you are in the hole, like sir, like we're gonna take this away from you because this is like it's getting worse and worse. It's not getting better.
But how could it get worse from struggling?
It's like I don't know.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I guess like you open up a business and then like you lose your house. And then like you lose your car.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
well, that's different.
Yeah.
That's you're making bad decisions.
Yeah. But it's like because they say they're using struggle porn as like the saying like you believe that you need to struggle, and that like things will get better, but they'll get worse before they get better, sort of deal. And you gotta go down this rabbit hole. So that's
no.
Yeah.
See, this is a very negative article.
It is. But I just thought it was very interesting.
That's whack.
To bring up.
Who wrote this? Where is it?
I can pull it up for you. I was looking at Medium. Medium.com.
Is Medium.com a leftist thing?
I don't know. They have everything. I don't really pay attention to what they write. I just pay attention to the technology.
That sounds like some leftist pussy bullshit.
Let's see. Medium.com. It might be leftist.
Because, look, it just sounds like very resentful of tryhards. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes. Let's see. Let's just do a quick.
That sounds resentful as fuck. It sounds weak to me.
Let's find a quick struggle porn. There you go. No more struggle porn. I don't like @GaryV, but I like Gary Vaynerchuk.
I mean, look. This is some bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling it. Like, Yeah, work hard and you can succeed. What is nothing new or wrong with this? So the second layer is what?
The issue is the second layer. Struggling is good.
Struggling is good. Now, it's not that losing a lot is good.
Yeah. So I've never. So.
And he does not suggest that being suicidal is normal.
That's what I wanted to ask.
That's not true. So the one thing that he does talk about is how a lot of people don't discuss how people lose their shit, like their business or their money or their home, and then they fucking kill themselves.
Yeah.
And they say, like, I'm an entrepreneur. And they risk it all, and they lose everything, and then they fucking off themselves.
Yeah.
Where if you had just gotten a job, you would still be alive right now.
Yeah.
So, like, knowing who the fuck you are, if you're not really a guy who needs to do their own shit. Because if you needed to do your own shit, like I do, when I lost everything, I wasn't like, I have to kill myself. Because you can't do your own shit if you are dead.
Yeah.
It's like my default setting is to do my own fucking thing. Like, that's real. So even though I'm not like a great entrepreneur, like I'm an entrepreneur, I cannot have a job. I cannot work for you. You will fire me. I will fire myself.
Unless you're doing cool stuff.
Even if I am.
Well, no, I think if
then I'll end up firing myself.
I think if you're doing the things that you want to do, a timeline, I think you would enjoy doing that because you could see you would get some value out of it. If you were put in a position where,
okay.
Yeah.
Are there jobs I'd be willing to do?
There we go.
Of course. Like,
yes.
Would I be like a WWE consultant and shit like that?
Right.
That's a job.
Well, see, that's different. You're still your own boss in and of itself in that moment because you're a consultant. You're kind of like you're free range. You're a freelancer.
Free.
You're free. I'm talking about like somebody like they gave you a job at WWE, but you still had to report to somebody. That's what I'm talking about.
If it was cool enough, yes.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I think if
it was cool enough, I would consider a job like that, right?
Yeah.
But here's my point. Like, there are people who off themselves, and those people should have just gotten jobs. Like, you like being an entrepreneur, but you don't need to be. And if you recognize that about yourself, if you lose everything, instead of offing yourself, you just humble yourself and get a job.
Yeah.
And he brings awareness to that sometimes. He's not like, it's normal. It's normal that you want to kill yourself. I've probably listened to the majority of that motherfucker's content. He has never, ever said that.
Yeah.
Never. Like, that's kind of like the same shit they do to JP when they say that, like, he's racist or sexist.
He's a Nazi.
Because he'll acknowledge the IQ differences.
Yeah.
And, like, he'll acknowledge certain characteristics that men and women don't share in the same proportions.
Right.
Like, that's fucking ridiculous. Like, it's like if you fucking want to go negative on somebody, it's real easy to do that. Like, it's real easy to do it to me. Feel free to do so.
Yeah. So basically, they're just talking about how, like, if I work hard at the right thing and I can succeed, but the message can be easily misinterpreted to if I'm struggling, I'm doing the right thing. Which I think is a fair point.
It's an almost fair point. Look, if you are struggling, like, struggling is a good thing. Period.
Yeah.
Now, struggling isn't like being poor.
Right.
Struggling is everything you're doing so that you are trying to combat being poor.
Right.
Like, when I'm lifting weights, I'm struggling.
Right.
Struggling is good.
But you're not failing.
I fail sometimes.
But see, so this is where it starts to get a little fucked up.
I failed today if you want to think about it.
No, I get that's fine, but I'm saying is like what they're saying is that your guy is struggle point, like if you read that
normalizing sustained
see,
failure.
There you go.
I don't think anyone's doing that. I haven't heard any of the Gary V or anyone else.
And I don't think he definitely doesn't do this.
Made it acceptable to fly to Bali and burn your life savings to launch an Amazon dropship. Yeah, no.
So
no one ever said do that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, this is super whack.
Yeah.
So who wrote this?
Let's go find out.
Nat Ellison. And does he show his like Instagram or his Twitter?
Let's see. Yes, he does show. Hold on.
Let's bury this motherfucker.
See.
Yeah. Your article is shit.
Nat Ellison.
Nat. You're about to get it, dog. Does he have an Instagram too?
Let's find out. Instagram.
I'll go in on this nigga right now.
See, make sure it's the same guy. All right, come on. You look it up real quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I saw that yesterday. It made me think of you, and I was just like,
it should have made you think of me, but
I was like, there's I could their guideline of how to recognize the individual. Yeah, I can recognize that person.
And that's a fucking cunt.
But there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with being struggle porn. I don't think I'm like I wanted your opinion on it. I'm like I don't think this is true. Like I don't think somebody would be like I don't think Darren would be okay with somebody saying like being suicidal is okay.
No,
it means you need to get help.
Yeah, like immediately.
Yeah, like being suicidal is not a good thing.
Suicidal is not okay. But like, Jesus, like. You could say the phrase being suicidal is normal.
Yeah, you could say that.
But not in a sustained way. Like, there are going to be moments where at your weakest, you think, what if I just didn't fucking have to do anything? That's the thing that happens when you stress yourself out and burn yourself out.
Yeah.
But, like, that is not a normal state to remain in. It's a normal thought to have. On the spectrum of abnormal thoughts. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like among the shit you shouldn't think, it's a normal thing to think. It is not a normal way to live. It is not a normal state to exist in for more than 15 or 20 seconds. Because then it's long enough that you actually do something stupid. But like if you think that like I haven't had those thoughts, I have. Of course I have. But I'm way stronger than that thought. Like, but it's not even close. But yeah, like I would say for 15 seconds every 30 or 40 days, I think, what the fuck? I could just finish this. Of course. And I think that's normal. Like, I think 10% of people. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think 10% of people experience that probably. And if 10% of everyone's experiencing something, it's kind of sort of normal. But like, I just don't think that motherfucker was careful with his words at all. Like, I usually don't get mad at people for shit. I'm kind of mad at him. Like, I kind of want to punch him.
Yeah.
He doesn't live in Ohio, does he?
We can find out.
He could be in danger. Does he live in Toronto?
Let's see. New York.
He in New York. Of course he in New York.
New York.
You like deadlifts? That's struggle, you fucking cunt. You list your likes, and one of them is struggle.
Deadlift, books, and black tea. Black tea can be struggle too.
Fuck out of here.
Writer.
I'm not even going to tweet at you. I'm not even going to Instagram you. You already know you're a cunt. And you're a ginger, too. I'm done with you.
Growth machine. All right.
Yeah, I think that's such a gross misinterpretation. Like, can someone dumb think all that shit? Yeah.
Sure.
Of course, dude.
Sure.
But dumb people do dumb shit all the time. Dumb people listen to the wrong record and fucking kill a family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that means he shouldn't put out content because somebody's dumb? Like, fuck out of here.
Nah. But, yeah. So, I know what we really want to talk about, though. It was just me just getting him riled up. Then, so he can watch the Tyson Fury highlights.
God damn it, Anthony.
So, I do. I just want to wind him up.
I'm easily manipulated.
Wind him up.
Manipulated.
Wind him
up. It's like
up.
when Andres and Josh were telling me about how they fucking did the Skip Patterson gimmick to me. And they were like, oh, it was easy, bro.
Yeah.
Step 1. Compliments. I was like, oh, that's way too accurate. That's so true.
That's so funny.
All you have to do is tell me I'm awesome or that I impacted your life, and I'm basically in the palm of your hand.
It's like, oh, it's a hello. So Darren will never trust anybody on Facebook that he can't. If they don't have like a weird looking picture, like they have like a glare or like some like weird person in the background.
No, we gotta FaceTime. Yeah. If we're not FaceTiming, I don't believe you.
I'm not shouting out.
I'll give you a like. I'll give you a quick reply, but I'm not fully committing to any strangers unless we FaceTime. I gotta fuck with you that hard.
Oh man, that's so funny.
Dude, they scarred me.
That's so.
But like that shit is so real. That's so accurate.
That's so funny.
Step 1, compliments. It's like, yeah, that does work, doesn't it?
Step 1 or step 2 or step 1.1 is try to show him something that affects his life greatly, that in a negative light, and then have him argue about it to get him angry.
That works.
So now,
or no, attack someone I like.
Yes, attack someone he likes.
Attack someone I like.
Yeah.
If you want to upset me.
Yeah. If you want to get him riled up for something. I know what to do. I know what to do for your next grappling match. Just say some fucked up shit to you right before you go.
And I'll be like, what?
What? Say, hey, man, you're up.
Like, you're fucking dead.
So you won. I know, but I'm not done with you, Anthony. All right, we're going to watch the highlights of the Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder. I say
You're
Tyson.
still convinced that I operate better in a dark space.
I
Yeah?
do. I believe so, because I think when you're in a negative environment, I think it's like well, fuck it. It's like, I got nothing else to worry about, so fuck. I may be losing, but this guy's not gonna have his arm, so fuck. Like, that's it. Like, that's the way it works. And then you just need to be definitive about it. And once you're definitive, then it's over. And then when you come out, you'll be like, oh man. And you look back at yourself and be like, wow, that was a dark person that was in that moment. And then you'll be like, whoa. You might be addicted to the well, or you might be scared of the well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's some truth to it, honestly.
Yeah.
There's some truth to it.
So
But
you can't have you being reckless. We just have to be being dark.
yeah, if I like
Recklessness is old Darren. We can't have that anymore.
no, reckless is whack.
Yeah. We gotta have dark Darren. It's precise serial killer Darren in the work.
That's so true. Oh no, Anthony. I gotta hide. That's my instinct, really. That was a shoot instinct. It was like, oh, that's really accurate.
Yeah.
We better hide a little bit.
I do the same thing when I hear uncomfortable thoughts, or if I think uncomfortable thoughts, or I hear somebody say something that makes me uncomfortable.
Well, as long as I'm hiding, I can still tell the truth.
Right.
The hood comes off. There's gonna be at least a white lie.
There you go.
So we gotta stay hidden behind the cover so that I can keep it real. All right, so
Tyson Fury
and Deontay Wilder fought last night.
Yeah, we're gonna mute this.
And they did some legendary shit. They went straight legendary mode. And it was a draw.
Yes, it was.
And people were saying, like, either Tyson's gonna fucking get the decision or Deontay's gonna knock him the fuck out, like,
right.
flat cold. And it turns out that nobody was right here. It went to a decision. And 2 judges each scored it for the opposite fighter.
Yeah.
And then 1 judge scored it right down the middle, which means it's a draw. And Tyson Fury was knocked down twice in this fight.
Yeah.
But, like, you can see, like, the boxing. Like, if I had to have someone's skill set, I can't have your length or your power, right? Because that's the thing that makes each of them kind of freakish.
Yeah.
Like, the freakish aspect of Tyson Fury is his size. The fact that he moves the way he does and boxes the way he does and is a heavyweight. And the freakish thing about Deontay is that he hits like a fucking truck.
Yeah.
Like an actual truck. Like an actual truck hits you if he hits you.
Yeah. The one thing I gotta say is you can't taunt and then get bodied. Like, that's not how it works. You can't get taunt and then knocked down.
What do you mean?
Like, in that first knockdown, he was like,
I mean, shit happens. I mean, like, yeah, you look silly in the moment, I guess, but if you don't have the courage,
if you don't go out,
yeah, if you don't have the courage to put yourself out there, especially if that's your nature. If your nature is
right.
to talk shit,
right.
You can't just not talk shit. It'll make you insecure.
Ooh.
Yeah. Now this is the moment that it looks like he was dead.
He just comes
and then
up.
he just gets up.
He's like, somebody tapped me on the shoulder.
Wait, go back. So somebody told me a conspiracy theory.
What was the conspiracy theory?
I want to look closely at the referee's left hand. There's something in his hand.
I think it was a smelling salt.
I don't know. I don't want to cheapen it.
Wait, let's look at it again.
I don't want to cheapen it.
Let's see.
No,
I don't think so. I don't think there's anything in his hand. Oh, no, there is. There is.
There's something in his hand.
Let's see. Hold on. This guy goes.
Look at how his fingers are held.
We gotta do this. We gotta do this right. Hold on. We gotta get this back out of here.
So speed.
We gotta go back to, where is this? There's a setting in here.
I just saw it. Whatever you were just clicking on.
Gear. Yes, speed. Let's go. Half speed. Okay.
Oh man.
Full screen. Enhance.
Now this doesn't take anything away from the fight, even if.
Let's see. No. Oh.
Do you see?
Oh.
That's an unnatural color. It appears.
Like
I
paper.
see something white, something like paper. In his hand, in his left hand.
Let's see.
Now.
What could it be?
God damn it! Fucking boxing.
There you go.
Fucking boxing.
Because it does look weird how.
I don't want to believe that that's.
But see. it's almost like he turned away. No, but it couldn't have affected him. Though.
I don't want to say that there's. So the conspiracy theory is that there was some kind of smelling salt that they gave to Tyson Fury, and that woke him up. I don't want to believe that, and it doesn't necessarily look like that's what happened.
Right.
It actually looks like
he turned
there's something in that dude's fucking hand.
Yeah.
But what I just saw in slow motion was Tyson's eyes open and shift towards that referee. Let's go back to that. Are we going back to that?
Yeah, we go back to that. Let's see.
And it looks like his eyes shift toward the referee, and then he sits up.
Oh, shit.
At which point the guy's hands are near his face. So look, you see him shift his eyes?
Yeah.
Then he sits up, and then the hands come in. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So in the position where it looks like he sat up because maybe of whatever is in that referee's hand.
Yeah.
Which there very well might be something in his hand. I don't know that it's smelling salt, and I don't want to believe that. But seeing anything in his hand just then did stop my heart for a split second.
Like, what?
Because it's such a beautiful fight. Like, this is the kind of fight that they make films about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's like
they had a real heavyweight war. Like, something beautiful happened there. And so if there was something tainted about it with the referees, like, you expect things with the judges.
Yeah.
But
that fucking crew.
They really fought their asses off. And so if he was woken up by smelling salt, that would have broken my heart.
Yeah.
Now I do not believe he was.
Right.
But the conspiracy theorists have something to rest their hat on.
Yeah,
because there was something in that motherfucker's hand.
Definitely was. It's unnatural.
It was an unnatural color.
Yeah.
Nobody's that color white.
Nope. Sorry. Sorry.
Nobody's that color white. So this may set up as another fight.
I think it will. They're not gonna have. Nobody's fighting Anthony Joshua right away.
But yeah, I would love to see them fight again. But I don't think they need to. I don't like if Tyson Fury wants to keep boxing, let him keep boxing. But I think you just told a really great story, made a lot of money, and I think maybe you should chill.
Yeah.
But you know,
that's not how it
fighters
works.
Are fighters.
Gypsy King.
Myself included. Like, I didn't do as much in 2018 as I planned.
Yeah.
But like
years are years.
One of my plans right away is to take some money and use it to see a doctor and see what's going on with my body right now, so that I can get like real healthy. Like I haven't been healthy in a long fucking time. So like, I mean, one would think that I should be able to walk comfortably and run at all if I were to compete in a combat sport. Like, how many motherfuckers compete and cannot run?
Right.
Legit, like, could not sprint in a straight line. Like, could not do it. Would have to, like, limp run.
Yeah. There's not that many people that can do that and still. Yeah, so this is the Canadian is Adonis Stevenson. Adonis Stevenson. He was like the I think in the undercard for this fight, and he's being wheeled off into critical condition after losing his title fight.
Yeah, people die in boxing, man.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised but not shocked by this news, and it's upsetting.
Yeah.
So. I wish him well. I hope he has a full recovery. But serious bodily harm is not a shock in boxing. If that had happened on the MMA card, there was also a UFC card in Australia.
Yes.
And I believe this city is called Adelaide. And if someone had gotten hurt there to the point where they were in critical condition, like lots of people go to the hospital. That's where they give stitches and fix sprains and breaks and things like that. But like a broken arm is not a death.
Right.
It's just a broken arm. It's no big fucking deal. And it sounds horrible because for some people, that's the worst thing they've ever experienced. But to literally be beaten until your brain swells and you die, or like your ribs break and it punctures something, like there's really, really dark things that happen in boxing. And they're as normal as suicide for entrepreneurship. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's normal, but it's still rare and tragic.
Yeah. So
that sucks. So, I wish Adonis Stevenson the best.
Yes. And then we had the MMA. I didn't really look much into that, but I saw that all the people that were supposed to be, all the people that were supposed to be like, up and comers or like, blah blah blah, got snapped down by the Vettorians.
Well, not the Mark Hunt fight.
Well, except for Mark Hunt.
Can we see what is going on with Mark Hunt's leg?
Let's see. Let's look on
because I watched that fight and he looked so frustrated and he had a weird like cut on his leg that came after he threw a leg kick.
Oh.
And sometimes what looks like a little bit of blood is like a compound fracture in hindsight. Or just something serious going wrong. Cuz he just kind of plodded forward and like he had a look on his face like he didn't believe he was going to win, like in real life, like.
Let's see.
And that's not like him. He's a very hard guy. But that kid just kept popping that jab in his face.
Popping the jab and kicking him in his leg, apparently.
Yeah, and he didn't really do much about it. And it was like he couldn't. It wasn't like he didn't want to. It was like he couldn't. Like when he came up for the third round, he literally just kind of shook his head like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like
there's no news on his leg. There's I have pictures of him getting hurt from old injury, but nothing new. So, but I'm sorry that you lost. But powerful Shogun Rua with the TKO.
That I didn't see.
The elbows. The elbow. Let me pull up and see if there's got some highlights. Let's see. Oh, you know what I could do? Just go to Reddit MMA. And then this is where we get dirty. Where we get dirty, guys. Get dirty.
We are not dirty.
Get dirty.
Well, Anthony's not dirty.
I'm wearing a drug rug, so think what you need to think.
He's a dirty hippie, though. You are a dirty hippie.
Yes.
Filthy fucking hippie. Yeah, the first time, as soon as you walked into the room, I was like, what the fuck? Like, what are you wearing right now?
So I'm wearing
not to be like fashion guy, like I'm literally wearing Aladdin's joggers right now. Like I'm wearing, they have that bunchy ankle and like, but they're not like really tight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it ends up being very like, you see?
Yeah. It's kind of sexy.
You ain't never had a friend. I'm literally wearing Aladdin's joggers right now.
Right. As he says this, we're watching the highlight last finish of.
You ain't never
Damn!
Oh, had a friend like me.
This dude's just letting him get his ass beat too.
This referee doesn't give a Frenchman's fuck
He's
about
like,
this dude.
He's like, fuck
He's
him
like,
up.
Oh man, okay, you're good. You're not really defending very well. Are you all right? See, I was just saying there's no like death in fucking MMA. Meanwhile, this referee is literally just watching this dude like, that must suck.
Them elbows. Damn, that dude's out. He got woken up by the last shot. Watching Junior Dos Santos. JDS versus the
Angry baby punches.
I don't know who this guy is.
When you start doing the angry baby, he's fighting the Shuey kid.
The Shuey. Said giant baby man once.
And he's bald, so he kind of looks like a baby.
Yeah, giant baby man.
He's throwing the angry baby strike. Ah!
Let's see.
Angry baby.
Anaconda by Matthews versus Martin.
I saw this as well. It puts the boy to sleep.
He's like,
puts the boy to sleep.
He's out.
Catches a nice
He's
darce.
He's trying to tap, but he's out.
And he's one of those guys that likes to hook the leg. So he like turned his body, hooked the top side leg, and they do this in an effort to keep the person from getting to their knees.
Yes.
But I don't think it works that way.
Let's see
but it worked out.
Matthews versus Martin. Oh, that's just the setup for it. That's all they're doing. They're showing the setup.
So he sat for a seated one. You see?
Yeah.
And then he just keeps it.
Yeah.
Ah, so that's different.
Yeah. Damn. He's like,
that's so dope. The best part about it is that the fucking commentator's like, oh yeah, I could never get this to work like this. And the guy's like, oh shit, he's out.
He's out. He's out.
Shit.
He's dead. He's dead.
And like that makes me feel like it's one of his moves.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So he knows some shit.
He just watched that Danaher.
He knows some shit.
He just watched that Danaher, dog.
He does. He did.
He's rotational finishing out here.
Yeah. So
busting out the rotational finish.
Busting out the
in the UFC.
Rotational finish. Speaking of the UFC, we will not be seeing each other until Monday.
Oh shit.
Yeah, if you think about it. Not this month, not tomorrow.
Oh, I get it.
Next month. Not you, but them.
Yeah.
Next Monday.
The next time we see each other.
Because you know why? Because Darren's going to be in the Canada.
The Canada.
The Canada.
I will be in the Canada.
We have to look up the fight card. The fight card.
It's a good card, man.
Said I might watch it, or I might just cry myself to sleep. I don't know. Said my girlfriend's back, so I might just cry myself to sleep. I'm sad.
I understand.
No, I'm sad because she's here.
I get it.
Yeah, no. I wish she would stay away. I got so used to not having a girlfriend. It was amazing. See.
I'm sure she was enjoying that.
Yeah, she was.
All right, so go to the prelims.
Let's go to prelims. So.
Go all the way down.
Yeah.
You got to go from the bottom up.
So we got Gilbert Burns.
Boom.
Oliver.
Jiu-Jitsu phenom.
Aubin Mercier. Aubin Mercier.
Elias Teodoro versus Eric Anders.
Sexy. They've been hyping this fight up for a while just because of like Team Sex. Like he could put his head on either person's body, or put the face on everybody, or he could swap faces with anybody, and they'd be like that person fits that body. That face fits that physique, because he just has this flowing hair. He's this Fabio.
Oh. And then Katlyn
Chukajin
versus Jessica Evil Eye, who I will be cornering. That's a flyweight bout.
Yeah.
Then Claudia Gadelha.
Nina Ansaroff.
Claudia.
Claudia.
Hello, Claudia. Wie geht's?
Claudia.
Then the main card will begin.
Main card. And we got, who do we have? Hakeem Dawadu versus Kyle Bonachek. Don't know anything about either one of you guys. Cool name though. Hakeem.
Alex Oliveira versus Gunnar Nelson.
Oh,
so that's why they're going to be there.
There you go.
And then Jimmy Manuwa versus Thiago Santos.
Yeah.
Valentina versus JJ.
Joanna.
And then Max
the Flying
Holloway versus Brian T-City Ortega.
Hey, UFC.
I'm calling T-City right now.
Hey, UFC, fix your fucking site. How dare you rank Max Holloway as number fucking 5?
Oh, that's fucked up.
Unless his overall rankings, even so, there should be a gold star.
No, that's just a big mistake.
That's a big fuck up.
Oh my god.
How fucking disgusted.
Screenshot that. Hold up.
So send that to Max Holloway. Hey, your boy Dana White owes you another 50 G's.
Yeah.
It's kind of fucked up. And you can't call Joanna a fucking number 1 champion if she's not fighting in that weight class.
We got to get real close on that.
Yeah, you got to. It's kind of fucked up. The UFC don't love you, Max.
That's some whack shit.
They don't love you, Max. So I wouldn't fuck
Attention, Dana. This is your website right now. Just fire this dude. Whoever's like in charge of putting these numbers up. Max Holloway instead of champion is listed as number 5.
Which is so weird.
That's super weird. It looks super weird. Even if you mean 5 pound for pound and that the belt on his shoulder should explain that he's champion, it's super weird. Fucking fix that shit. And do it quickly. It's hurting my feelings. XOXO.
Also, attention, Dana. This is your website right now. You need to fix this too.
Whoever's like in charge of putting these numbers up, Max Holloway instead of champion is listed as number 5.
Yeah, like how can you be? Because my other thing is this: how is Valentina Shevchenko number 1, and JJ's number 1? You can't do that. You gotta make specific situations with the site. You cannot do that.
So weird.
Like look, like Shevchenko's number 1.
We've done our part. We tried to fix it.
But see, look, now Valentina Shevchenko's number 1. Joanna's number 1. If you didn't know anything about the sport, you'd be confused.
That's also true.
Just saying. Fix your fucking site.
Fix that shit.
Yeah.
Before Anthony comes over there and kicks you in the dick.
So let's just see who's on the early prelims. Let's see. Do I know any of you guys? Diego Lima. A lot of Diegos.
There's always Diegos.
Nana Lopez. And then Devin.
That Brad Katana kid, he was on The Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah.
He's got a skill set.
Okay. All right. Let's see what else is popping in the streets. Is there a Bellator happening that same night?
Oh, is there?
It could be, but
whoop-de-doo.
But you shouldn't watch it though. December 14th. So that's
yeah, you can wait and watch that fight.
This is for the troops. So I don't know, man.
Isn't everything? No. Everybody's always thanking the troops, and they should thank them some of the time.
That's not what they're thinking about right now.
Like when they do stuff.
Nah, there's some things that are not for the troops, like scat porn, not for the troops. Nobody thinks about that. So.
You just thought of it, so that means it's on the internet.
Well, no, I thought of scat porn. I didn't think of it as the troops. So that was like.
Oh, and they have Bellator night after night.
Yeah, Hawaii. He said, "Where you at, Max Holloway?" He said, "I'm fighting in your hometown." And then the Fedor.
Now, that's what I'm looking forward to, actually.
The
Fedor versus
finals.
Bader. I have to wait until January 26th.
Yeah.
That's so long.
Oh.
Did you just bust? I think Anthony.
So,
Anthony. Ew.
MVP versus Daly, February 16th. So that's going to be like, what is that going to be? All stand-up? There's going to be no grappling at all? Or is
Paul Daly's going to try and take him down.
Yeah. Paul Daly. Wait, what?
I said Paul Daly's going to try and take him down.
Why would he try to take him down? Does he not believe in?
So he doesn't get his face punched off?
Does he not? He isn't believe in that. I don't think he believes in takedowns.
He's double.
He's done a double leg before. Is that like how? Is that like how I like was like a vegetarian for like a meal? Like,
look.
I'm just saying.
Even if he's prideful, he's got to take him down.
He's not gonna. He's gonna stand with him. He's like after he fucking flipped off John Fitch. Like, hey, this ain't doing shit to me. This dude's just I'm wearing him like a blanket. He still whooped your ass. So, sir.
If that was John Fitch on top of him. MVP isn't known as a crazy grappler, though.
Yeah.
He does have submission wins.
He does.
I almost have my voice back.
Yeah.
Damn.
This is amazing. He's like, he just like lost it and got it back in a second. This Tyson Fury would be proud of you. He's like,
look, man.
The comeback would be real.
That's why I like him so much.
He has a story that is known. He just has a story. That's all it is. He
has a story that is his. That's why I liked him. Like, that's why I picked him over Deontay.
Yeah.
Because Deontay's narrative was
our people.
Our people. And of course, that's super easy to relate to. But it's not personal.
But Darren's a contrarian.
That's not even it. It's just not fucking personal. Like, you can get emotional about shit. You can yell at a dude that's smaller than you and shit.
Yeah, you could.
You know? Basically be like, it's still going on. Like, what the fuck? Like, chill, bro. Like, fucking chill. You should have had that energy. You would have kept that energy. Maybe you would have knocked him the fuck out. Like, you're wasting your energy saying some bullshit.
Yes.
So, yeah. I'm not feeling that shit. Like, if you want to make race your issue, tell me when race affected you, and then I can identify with it, because there's times where it's affected me. But if you're like, you know, everything, and everyone's like, yeah, it's like, fuck you. Like, everything? Motherfucker? 400 years? Motherfucker?
Yes.
Fuck out of here.
Let's not rehash.
I'm gonna kick that guy in the dick. I'm still mad at him.
I know. Let's just change the subject to.
So whack.
You can watch some police brutality.
What do you mean?
Or not really police brutality, but how fucked up. The police fucked up here. 3 police officers allegedly. One. Let me put this on the screen for the people.
Is it recorded?
I will show it to them. Properties. No, it's not recorded, but they definitely.
How do the people know they said that shit?
Oh, because when they went to court for it, they went through their phones, and that's literally what it's a message they sent.
So it was recorded.
Yeah, I think meant like recording the ass beating.
No, wait. Is it wrong to acknowledge that like there's a good chance?
Why does this look so ugly?
We're gonna have to pop some motherfuckers, right?
Oh, this is gross.
Be like, there's a good chance.
You guys can't watch this one.
Just be like, there's a good chance we're gonna have to pop some motherfuckers at this protest, and then somebody's like, I can't wait to beat the fuck out of.
Well, they all were like that. So
wait, hold on. This is all I'm saying. Because
Yeah.
one person has to say it first. You
Right.
can't all say it at the same time.
Of course not. Maybe
So
you
here's
could.
what I'm saying.
You could.
So is this a conversation amongst friends that escalates about something that is totally going to happen? Like, not like you're going to instigate. Do you see what I'm saying?
Right.
But like say we're going to a tournament, and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna fucking slam the fucking shit out of somebody.
Yeah.
Like, that's not something that's necessary in the tournament for me to win it.
Right.
But maybe I'm looking forward to doing that. Like, so if I'm going to be a cop at a protest, and I know that this one is not like a kumbaya situation.
Right.
There's going to be some violence today. Like, something's going wrong today. If I'm like, man, I wish a motherfucker would. And then you're like, I can't wait till the motherfucker does. And then you have a little conversation about that. Are you evil? Or are they saying they conspired to beat the fuck out of people and they just like aggressively walked over and just started fucking people up? Or are they just getting raked over the coals for messages? Do you see what I'm saying?
Well,
because there's a major difference there.
Right.
Like, is there evidence that they like went out to hurt dudes, or are they texting about hurting dudes?
I think it's more like they were texting about hurting dudes, but in a way where it's like we can cover it up. It's like, hey, it's gonna be a lot of fun beating the hell out of these shitheads once the sun goes down and nobody can tell us apart. And then they go, we really need...
That sounds like a joke, a dark
one,
We
really need these fuckers to start acting up so we can have some fun.
Yeah, see? They're just talking shit.
Going rogue does feel good.
They're just talking shit. Like, this is nonsense.
Remember, we are in South City. They support us, but also cameras, so make sure you have your old white dude as a witness.
I mean, okay. These are fucking jokes.
Let's see. But then...
And they were protesting the Michael Brown shit.
Yeah.
So...
But then,
I'm not really a fucking hands up, don't shoot kind of guy.
Well, the fucked up thing was the guy...
fucking shoot you.
The fucked up thing was that their captain tried to cover it up after they did the beatings. After they beat that FBI officer.
After they whooped the FBI guy?
Yeah, they whooped the undercover officer.
What did the undercover officer say?
Let's see.
Was he a protester?
Yeah, he was there as a protester, yeah.
And what did he do?
He wasn't doing anything wrong. Apparently they said like there was a bunch of people. I don't know who says what. I gotta read through the article again.
See, that whole fucking thing is creepy.
Yeah.
Wait, so an FBI officer gets his ass whooped by cops who had previously texted about whooping people's ass?
Yeah.
Fuck everybody.
Against any protest believed to have committed crimes. Let's see.
So if the FBI guy never would have gotten hit, we wouldn't even know about this. And we shouldn't know about this.
Providing information to officers about
it's more of it should be a news story that an FBI agent was a protester at this Michael Brown bullshit. Yeah. That's a much more interesting story than some dudes who knew they were going to hit somebody, talked about it before they did it. Like, that doesn't even move me in any way. But the idea that, oh, there's a motherfucking...
Or even, I guess he was an undercover... I don't know, they say undercover officer, they say, but I don't know if it's they say FBI agent in the title... Or they say undercover cops. They say undercover officer. So he's an officer.
Yeah, so an undercover cop got his ass whooped.
Yeah, by his, according to the federal indictment, blah, blah, blah. This is where it starts getting interesting. So, encountering
Why was he there?
Because he identified as in the crowd and arrested him. The undercover detective was dressed as a protest, providing information to officers about potential criminal activity in the crowd. So he's there. He's undercover snitching on people.
He got a beating too.
Yeah. He was thrown.
I'm a fucking cop.
Thrown on the ground, kicking him, hitting him with the riot baton while he was compliant and not posing a physical threat to anyone. 3 men then lied about what they had done, accused him of resisting arrest. They tried to contact the LH, which I don't know what that LH stands for.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah,
so yeah, they're assholes.
They're assholes. Now, this dude got a bladder stone the size of a melon pulled out of his stomach.
What the fuck are you talking about?
So,
you just gave me that feeling. Oh, God.
Let's put this on the screen for the people so they can see as well.
You gave me the feeling.
Behind the knees?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, man. Sorry to hear that.
Gross.
Properties. Hopefully this one shows up better.
Oh, that hurt.
Let's see. Oh, it does. Lovely.
Lovely. Yay.
Interact. So let's see. So, yeah. So this enormous mass.
Anthony can't click on something without saying it out loud.
Yes.
It's a disorder he has.
It's because I just need to talk myself through it.
No, we accept it now.
Yeah, it's okay.
It just needs to be pointed out.
Hey, compared to an ostrich
My friend is sick.
Yes, we all are. What happened? Why can't I scroll anymore? You bastards! You stopped me. You stopped me from interacting with it. Why'd you stop me? You fucking ruined it.
Oh, see, Anthony's so mad.
You guys, you losers. Look it up yourself, guys. I'm sorry. Look up a guy. What is it? He's a guy.
It's about... Yay big.
He's about ostrich egg, or the size of a melon. Some would say.
Yay big.
The enormous mass.
Oh, my knees.
Whoa!
It looks like the X-ray. It looks like there's an orb in the center of his pelvis.
Yeah.
Just like a glowing orb. Like.
He was carrying.
It just looked like I just did this and put it right on my crotch.
Jesus Christ.
Which doesn't look good.
No, it doesn't.
I didn't think about it, but you see what I was trying to get at.
That's an overcooked baked potato.
Stop.
Yeah. So
Anthony, check out my shoes. Check out my Keeks.
Your fucking shoes. Who were those? And where did you get those from?
I got them from a sponsor.
What did they tell you?
They told me that I was a victim of American foot binding, Anthony.
American foot binding.
Yes.
I didn't know we had that as an issue.
Oh, it's a major issue.
Oh, let me look this up.
Your toes, your foot, it should be more splayed out. They should be spread.
American foot.
And my foot was suffering recently from bouts with young plantar fasciitis. I was in a lot of pain, Anthony. And I worked on that shit.
Sounds like liberal agenda to me.
And I did a lot of exercising. And I noticed that when I was in the most pain, I was wearing my Crocs.
Yeah.
Because when I put on my shoes, and it wasn't just that it was swollen. It was like the act of being in them was hurting as well. So then I started walking around in my Crocs.
Yeah.
And I would only wear my shoes when I was teaching. Like my wrestling shoes.
Yeah.
And when I was lifting, I was wearing my running shoes. But then I started like tying them way looser.
Yeah.
Like way looser.
Yeah.
And then I started doing it on both feet. And I think I'm going to keep it like that.
Yeah.
And then I was like, man, you know what? Let me try out my Vivos.
Yeah.
My Vivo Barefoots.
Barefoots.
And they're not my sponsor. 230K is my sponsor. And if you need any work on your house, you should look them up on Facebook. But they gave me these shoes. And I guess they're about $150. And if you have money to spend on shoes like that.
Or find a Black Friday deal.
I think you should totally buy these shoes. Or if you don't have that kind of money, buy some fucking Crocs and just wear them on the low at the house.
There you go.
Because it's really making my foot feel better. And I do think that a looser shoe, like tying your shoes a little bit looser, which feels weird at first, is probably a better idea. Like if you have those same kind of foot issues that I've had recently.
Or you're just flat-footed, like me.
Yeah.
I have a reverse arch.
Tie your shit differently.
I look like this.
Yeah.
Could call me gorilla when I come about the water. Like everybody else leaves a footprint, I leave. I leave one of those. I leave one of them, like one of them things that gotta look with like a magnifying glass. Figure out what species they're
that
from.
was too much.
That's what happened.
I leave this.
Yeah, it's just what it sounds like too. When it hits the ground, it's just wet and it's like a slap. It's like whoosh.
It sounds like you're bragging about your dick.
I'm not though.
It does. It's something somebody would say like, I pull it out, it makes a sound. It's like thwap, thwap.
So I'm proud of my feet.
Oh my God, Anthony.
Daron.
The time has come.
Time has been come.
Yes, because I have to go to the college.
College.
Yes.
The college.
To the College of Leftists.
The people.
And teach a class.
A class about what?
Jiu-Jitsu.
You're a professor?
Yes, I am, my friend.
He's a college professor, guys. Moving on up.
So we will see you guys in about a week.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see what happens because maybe, just maybe, we might try to do.
There might be a top secret.
Like phone call podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that could happen.
We're trying to do new shit.
Try and do it while he's away and
we have to get creative.
We have to figure out a good way to do it. So with that,
we want to bring you guys the content. You know.
Yes.
We want to stay consistent in the streets.
Yes.
And we will.
Yes.
And why?
Because we love you.
Because we fucking love you.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Internet. XOXO.